The two men who wrote the 20th century's most famous warnings about the future once sat in the same classroom. One of them was the teacher. In 1917, a young Aldous Huxley took a teaching job at Eton College. He was reportedly nervous and not particularly good at keeping control of a classroom. One of his French students was a boy named Eric Blair. Eric Blair later took a pen name George Orwell. Years passed. Huxley wrote Brave New World in 1932. Orwell wrote 1984 in 1948. And here's the part that makes this irresistible. After 1984 was published, Orwell sent a copy to his old teacher. Huxley wrote back. And in that letter, he made an argument that's aged strangely well. He suggested that governments would eventually find it far more effective to control people through comfort and conditioning than through force and fear. In other words, the student wrote the warning about pain, and the teacher, decades earlier, had already written the warning about pleasure, and then personally told him so. Two of the most influential dystopias ever written trace back to the same classroom, and the men who wrote them stayed in each other's orbit their entire lives. It's a strange, almost too perfect detail, but it raises a real question worth considering. If two people that closely connected ended up predicting opposite mechanisms of control, which one do you think we actually built?